Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Sam Bankman-Fried, the former boss of the collapsed cryptocurrency exchange FTX, has denied committing fraud. Making his first public appearance since the collapse, the man, once hailed as the king of crypto, told the New York Times he had had a bad month and had almost no money left. FTX fell apart last month, having once been valued at $32 billion. Many investors have not been able to withdraw their funds from the now bankrupt global exchange. Mr. Bankman-Fried denied having moved any personal money out of FTX himself, saying he now has close to nothing.
There is some potential knock-on effects in what we will call the traditional financial space, but nothing that should arise to the level of systemic problems. Now, that's what we know now. It's possible that as the dominoes start falling in the future, that it might metastasize into something larger, but it doesn't look like that for the moment.
China has signalled a shift in its COVID stance as it moves to ease some virus restrictions despite high daily case numbers. Dozens of districts in Shanghai and Guangzhou, cities that have seen rising cases, were released from lockdown measures. The country's vice premier also announced that the country was facing a new situation. It comes as China is seeing mass protests against its zero-COVID policy. The unrest was triggered by a fire in a high-rise block in the western Xinjiang region that killed 10 people last week. Many Chinese believe long-running COVID restrictions in the city contributed to the deaths, although authorities deny this. A landslide on a motorway in southern Brazil has killed at least 2 people and left dozens missing. A torrent of mud fell onto a highway in the state of Parana, hitting more than 21 vehicles. Rescue workers at the scene said bad weather and the remote location were complicating the search effort. Firefighters are using a thermal camera to locate possible survivors. Up to 30 people are thought to still be missing. Donald Trump's tax returns have been handed over to a committee of the U.S. House of Representatives after the former president lost a long legal battle to keep them sealed.
In order to make America great and glorious again.
The Treasury Department said it had complied with a Supreme Court order that the records should be given to a panel in the Democrat-controlled House. Mr. Trump is yet to comment, but has previously denied any wrongdoing. He declined to release the documents during his 2016 presidential run or subsequently, breaking a decades-old presidential custom. Ian Blackford is to stand down as the leader of the Scottish National Party group at Westminster.
The Prime Minister has every right to oppose independence. He has no right to deny democracy to the people of Scotland.
Mr. Blackford said he believed it was time for fresh leadership after 5 years in the role. Well known for his weekly appearances at Prime Minister's Questions, where he often attacked the government, he said he would formally stand down at the group's annual general meeting next week. Britain's Prince and Princess of Wales have been met with chants of USA, USA as they attended a basketball game. William and Kate were sitting courtside at the game in Boston's TD Garden area. The royals smiled and waved as they were broadcast on the big screen. The Prince and Princess of Wales were in Boston, their first visit to the US in 8 years, to attend an awards ceremony for the Earthshot Environmental Prize, which the Prince set up. They were also expected to meet President Biden. And festive crowds cheered as the New York Rockefeller Center's Christmas tree was lit up. Social media video shows onlookers counting down before the annual tree lighting took place. The tradition started in December 1933, when the first Rockefeller Center tree lighting ceremony took place. This year's tree is a Norway spruce and boasts 50,000 multicolored LED lights and a 3-dimensional Swarovski star. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios.